Hey guys, Steve Welch here with another product review. Now, I did a Fitcam X review for my 2018 Highlander, and I gotta say, out of all of the dash cams that I reviewed, at least so far, it's been the most user-friendly and the easiest to use. No wires, things like that. So I reached out to them again and I asked them for one on my Tundra. Initially they told me that it was not available for the new body style Tundra, but now it is. I hold it in my hands here. I'm going to do a quick unboxing, show you what they figured out when it comes to the Fitcam X for the Tundra. Uses its own app. It is a really cool, it's a 4K camera, really cool camera, and I'm going to show you how it comes and do the unbox, and then I'll do the install for you guys here. So take a look down here. You'll see the box, very easy to see it. It has one little sticky thing on the back for when you try to take it off, you'll notice that. But so you pull this little sticky off the back here, which I already did that. I kind of folded it over. So then you lift this off. Once you lift this off, you'll see you've got, you know, just another little box on the inside here. All right, so we'll take this box and we'll just open her up. Once I open it up, I'll be able to show you. There's not a whole lot that seems like it's to it, right? So come in here, you'll see there's nothing else in the box, so it's just that. But we're gonna unbox the rest of this here. So a little bubble wrap, and then we'll pull this out here, and you'll see this is the front. So it replaces the front of the where just underneath where your lane departure camera is. It replaces that front plastic piece and integrates in a 4K dash cam, and it also has the ability, which this one has right here, to come with the rear camera as well. And I'm going to hook this up and we're going to have some fun with that. But I'm just really excited to have this particular unit, and it's very sweet. So you have your power on here, and then you have your capture mode here. All right, and then like I said, it attaches very easy to an app. Everything plugs in very easily. So like I said, I'm extremely excited to have this, and we'll get it all hooked up and we'll go from there. Okay, so the other thing that we're going to look at here is, once you look at the back here, you're going to see you've got a couple of little cords, and I'm going to address those here in a second, right? And then on the side, it actually comes with your SD card. All right, so how big is it? Well, let's find out. I'm gonna pop this thing out here and we'll take a look here. And it's 64 gigs. All right, so very easy to put that back in there, pull that out, just kind of, you know, pop her in. Anytime you need to pull it out, you can. Now you're going to see this little box that was inside here, and it's light. Feels like there's nothing in it, but there is. So what you're going to do is you're going to pop down here and you're going to take this. This is how you hook up the power that you're going to need in between the thing. I'll show you how to hook that up here in a second, but you're going to need this to actually power the dash cam. But I'm going to show you, it'll be a second to you, but it's going to be a couple days to me because I won't be able to have a chance to do this till the weekend. But I'm going to show you how to hook it all up, and I think you guys are going to like it. So bear with me right now. Inside the truck now, going to show you about how this looks here. So if you kind of take a look here, you can see how this cover looks. Very easy to kind of peek at it. Just move your mirror down like this. It's going to be pretty easy to get this out. Just pop this right here off. This part will come out pretty easily, right? And then you'll get the new piece with the new one. But you're going to take and you're going to put your thumbs on either side up here and give this thing a push down. And I might need to kind of set the camera aside here a little bit, but I'm going to do that for us. So here, let me try it. So I'm going to try to push right here. There we go. All right, so I popped this off pretty easily, as you can see there. Kind of take a look at what's under there. You have your camera there for your lane departure and that. So just kind of take a peek at it. You're going to notice this. I want you to point out right here. You can see this here in just a second, right? But if we look here, you're going to see these little clips that are on either side. All right, and like I said, I've done this before, so I can kind of tell you these clips will just kind of come right off, right? and you have to kind of pull it to the top here and give it a little tug here, and then don't drop it. Do yourself a favor. There's a little catches to the bottom and it catches to the top, so you're gonna do both of them. Get her moving and you'll pop them off. I got this side off. I needed both of my hands to do it. That's happened before, but kind of goes into that hole there. I'm going to do the opposite side too, but I'll show you how to put it on here. This is the new piece, right? So you can kind of see how everything looks here. So this is the front with the camera, right? So you got the back side here. This is that cover that I popped off earlier, which will pop off of here as well. But that clip's going to go right here, and it looks just like the factory one. Only thing different is this one has the dash cam in it. So I'm going to kind of reach around here, and like I said, don't drop it. But it's just kind of pops. So I'll reach around here and then hopefully give you a good look here using one hand, and then it just pops on there, right? I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. You can see that right there. Same thing to the other side. And it pops right off. Right? Bring the other thing back over. And you notice your lines here. We're not doing anything with those just yet, right? I'll bring this over here. Right? We're gonna just pop that right on. All right? Very, very simple, right? So I'm gonna take this now. I'm gonna pop this there, pop there. So I just pulled that down and it popped off, right? So now I did notice something, and I'll see how this works here, that this is a little bit different on the inside here. So it looks like I'm going to need to pop that off, but we'll take a look and see how that looks here in a second, because the other one is a little bit smaller. So I might even use the one from the truck. So we'll take a look here and we'll see how that all works out. But yeah, let's well, I think I'm just going to use the one from the truck. All right, so the next thing we got is right here, right? It's in this little spot here, and like I showed you earlier, if you don't know it's there, you might not realize it. It's very small, right? But you're gonna know right where it goes here in just a second, because it's pretty easy to figure out. All right, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna look up here, and remember I told you about this connector here? You can see that no other connector looks exactly like that connector, right? And that should be the one that we're gonna use. So we're gonna pop this off. Just kind of peel this back out here. All right, you see that comes down, right? Now look at them. You'll see they're the same, right? So we're gonna put this one up here, just like I did on the Highlander video that I showed you. All right, so we'll pop this in. Pops in, right? Notice you got this here, notice you got this here. So I'm gonna pop this into the back here. I'll need both hands to do that. All right, so I got her popped in here, right? So you can see how everything can tuck back up in there pretty easy. And then you've got this right here, right? So now this is gonna come into play with the new, and you've got this line right here, right? Now notice you got two lines in here. I've got two lines because I have the backup camera. I'm gonna try to get the sun out of there. I have the backup camera for you guys as well. Actually for me, of course, but you can see it says rear cam right there. So you know which one goes where. This one's gonna plug right here. Okay, and then you just spin it until it hooks up. Very easy to get together, right? And then I'm gonna pull this thing around. I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in as well to the backup camera. Backup camera comes just like this, and I'll route that later, but I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in. Okay, and you can see I've got that plugged in. The other line will run back, but I'm just gonna go ahead and plug that in now. Okay, so now I'm gonna come through and I'm gonna route this back around, and I'm gonna get her to pop up here. Okay, so you just heard the little clips. All I did was route it back up here, push it real close up, and then pushed either side in to make sure it's tight. You can see I've got this line hanging out here. I'll figure out what to do with that here in just a minute, but everything looks pretty solid on how it's up here. Nothing's hanging down, but we're looking pretty good so far, right guys? So we'll go to our next step here, and we're gonna put, and like I said, I think I'm just gonna use long as it matches up, which it should, I'm going to use the factory one so I don't have to pop nothing out, right? And this should pop straight in, I would think. All right, so I got the back camera, right? None of the wires routed, anything like that. It just kind of, it's right here, right? So maybe you want it for the interior, maybe you want it for behind. So how does it look on the app? Pretty sweet, actually. So it's up in the corner there. You can kind of see what I'm doing with my phone here, but it goes up in the corner on the app. You can see the front, see the back. Like I said, I'm going to route this, and I'm going to have some fun figuring out exactly where I want it to go and how I want it to work. But very, very easy to do. Everything's hooked up. It's ready to go. No tools. So other than the little things I do with my thumbs, they're trying to get those clips off of. Not really all that difficult. That's not really their issue about getting those clips off. Yeah, pretty easy. I will mention too that I used the original. This one came with the Fitcam, and this thing would have to be popped off, and I know why that is. Some of the mirrors are self-dimming and they have power to them. Some of them do not. There's your reason for that. If it does not, you just leave that inner piece on there. If it does, then obviously you pop that bad boy off there and take a knife and a screwdriver, whatever, you can probably pop it off there pretty easily. So yeah, so I hope you guys like it. Fitcam X, right? Great company, because they definitely have a great product. It very, very easily integrates. You can't really even tell you have it. Very easy to use. It's got its own app. I mean, like I said, this thing is pretty sweet, right? So yeah, Steve Welch, another product review on the Fitcam X. Guys, have a great day. Talk to you soon.